What's up guys, Jeremy from rcnightmare.com here, begrudgingly unboxing the Savage Flux XS. Due to overwhelmingly popular demand, we've been convinced to buy this thing. I will admit, I'm not an HPI hater, I'm lazy. And the amount of annoyance, there's so much, you'll see when we unbox it, the amount of hardware and work you got to do to get at things is really unappealing to me. But maybe it'll be worth it. So you all know this is waterproofed, powered by Castle. Comes with a 2.4 gigahertz radio and boasts a bulletproof drivetrain. So we are going to have to shoot some bullets at it to figure out if it really is. We're also going to test it on waterproof because we know for a fact our Stampede 4x4 is waterproof. So we'll see if this thing really is. Like Brandon always says, nothing is really fully waterproof because things rust. No matter how often you try to spray things off, if you're getting them in the water a lot, they're going to rust. Bearings on your motor, things like that. So let me take the body pins off here. Oh! Here's a Lexan. You guys are probably familiar with it. Here it is. Now you guys can stop asking for it. It's right here. I'm not sure, Brandon and I were talking about exactly what scale we'd call this. It's definitely not 10th scale, maybe 12th scale. I don't know. You guys probably know the answer. But one thing you'll notice, or one thing that I noticed as somebody who, you know, the Stampede 4x4 is probably one of my all-time favorite bashing trucks. And so I can't help but compare it, even though they are very different. You've got somewhat of a twin vertical plate layout, but not like the true layout. And then you've got your battery tray on one side over here, and then what looks like a battery tray over your motor and servo. To get at the battery tray, they have a neat little design, which I do like. However, I wonder how, I mean, these there's little tabs you open up here. I'll get you on the close-up so you guys can see that. But I don't know how long these are going to last. Like taking batteries in, taking batteries out, I wonder really how long it's going to take before those things break. But hopefully not. Let's see if I can get this. These little, they flip over and battery door opens. You've got everything else kind of really centered. The other big concern I had is given its small footprint and enormous amount of weight over the center. Being in Wisconsin, I do worry about if this will handle snow. You know, snow, once it's packed down, sure. But some of that like fluffier stuff, not the stuff like when it's January and the snow's all crusted over and everything's hard, it's fine. But those first couple snows, I don't know. The ground clearance, I don't know if I'm going to be able to have as much fun with this. And maybe I shouldn't be comparing it to the Stampede as much as I am. But like I said, it's what I know, so I have to. It'll be interesting. Everything, I will say, feels really hardy, really well built. Like, you know you've got something expensive in your hands. You know, from what I can tell from talking to people, just the normal complaints with the design. Some people love it, some people hate it. And obviously, there's no denying that, you know, something goes wrong with your steering servo. You're probably removing 76 screws to get to it and then putting all 76 back in. So in-field repairs will be something that I'll probably knock because, you know, when you're out bashing and you've got to replace something, that's not necessarily the worst, but when you've got to keep track of all those screws and you don't have a handy Cow RC magnetic pit mat to use, it can be troublesome. But what else comes with the kit? Your 2.4 gigahertz radio. Show it to you, although, you know, it is what it is. They can put all the extra plastic on it that they want, but it just still feels really cheap, but it's fine, you know. It's fine. They do give you, what I do like, two things HPI is doing now, which is cool. One, they're including batteries for the receiver. I think that's really, it's a nicety. It's, you know, I don't know. It's cool. It's cheap, but you don't have to deal with it. You know, if you have your LiPo, you're ready to go. Unless you have, like, we have the Spectrum. We might want to bind it to that. But to be honest, given how everything is laid out here, we might just run it with the stock remote just to not have to deal with it until something breaks or something, and then we'll deal with upgrading it. But that is the Savage Flux XS. Preloaded with Dean's connectors was the other thing I was going to say I liked about it. You will see running videos for this when we can get out. We're finishing up a couple right now. And if you have any questions about what we think about it, hopefully we'll have it out in the next day or so. Just post them up on down below. Or if you prefer using a forum, shoot on over to rcnetmare.com/forum, and you can post your questions there. Thanks and have a great day.